You good, Maverick here? Welcome to podcast episode number 173. I thought I'd jump on and make a really short episode about a concept that can be really helpful when it comes to perspective, I think. And it's basically if if a book was written about your life, what would the title of your current chapter be? So if a book was written about your life, maybe a biography or your own future autobiography, or maybe a book about your future massive success story. If a book was written, what would the title be of your current chapter? Now, for a lot of people, that might sound silly, but I think it can be a pretty helpful concept for a lot of people when it comes to perspective. Because when it comes to your future, you can design a lot of it, you know. If you set some exciting goal for yourself and a plan to achieve it, and you take massive action, a lot of things can happen. A lot of amazing things can happen, you know. And the thing is, a lot of people don't even have goals. That's the thing. A lot of people, a lot of people live like day to day, and they don't really have that much of a goal at all. So thinking about what your current chapter would be if it was like a biography or a book, something like that, can be pretty mind-boggling and thought-provoking to think about, you know, and inspiring, depending on how you look at it. So for me, if a book was written about my life, what would the title of my current chapter be? What would the title be of this chapter? Maybe The Great Turnaround, or maybe Just Before Off. Anyway, just that might be helpful for some people when it comes to perspective and stuff. Who was it that said it? Was it I think it was Winston Churchill that said something like, "History will be kind to me because I intend to create it," something like that. That's the cool thing. The past doesn't equal the future. Even if you messed up big time in the past, things can change. You can change. Things can change. You can improve. Things can improve. You can get better. Things can get better. And the thing is, in this modern day, of course, there's a lot of negative things going on, but there's also a lot of positive things going on. And the thing is, when it comes to how quickly things can change these days, that's pretty fascinating to think about. Like 90 days of dedicated effort, it can be a completely different lifestyle. You today and you 3 months from now. If things go good, they can go very good as well. So that's the thing about these days when we have things like the internet, AI, artificial intelligence, social media. That's fascinating. Now, I don't want to promote unhealthy shortcuts and things like that, but still, a lot of things can be done in 90 days. It takes about 90 days to train a US Marine soldier from a young kid, from a young, like 20 years old young man slash kid, depending on what you call it, day one, they step into the United States Marine Corps and training starts. About 90 days later, they can be a United States Marine. So if the military can train people that good in 90 days, you know, the United States Marines, now they're not Navy SEALs or Special Forces soldiers that way, but they have a pretty amazing reputation when it comes to how they perform in warfare, you know. And my point is, the military, I don't think they are looking for very unhealthy or unproductive shortcuts. So if the military can do that in 90 days, and they have done it for, I think, decades now, you too can do amazing things. The movie Rocky, starring Sylvester Stallone, it only took about 28 days to film the entire movie. It was it was probably the big breakthrough that got Sylvester Stallone from being a broke loser to become a super successful actor, and later on one of the world's most famous actors. Now, it wasn't just the 28 days of shooting the movie. He did write the movie first. He contacted a bunch of, that's another thing. He contacted a bunch of different, what was the offices called? Producers, I think, in New York. I think it was in New York. He contacted a lot of them, got rejected over and over again, but he didn't give up. He kept going, and he had a breakthrough, was able to sell the script with a deal that he was going to be the starring actor. But yeah, when it came to the production or the filming of the movie, it took like 28 days to film the entire Rocky 1 movie. So yeah, a lot can be done in 1 to 3 months. But yeah, if a book was written about your life, what would the title of your current chapter be? Might be helpful for some people when it comes to perspective. But yeah. Anyway, this episode was sponsored by myself, terrific30.com. You know, Terrific30, that's the online education and community platform that I'm in the process of building. And one of the courses and books that I've been working on lately is communitycashcows.com. If you're looking for a way to escape the matrix or the 9 to 5 rat race and live a life of freedom, then I highly advise you to check out communitycashcows.com. It's basically where I've interviewed a bunch of successful owners of paid communities that are making at least $10,000 in profit per month. Some of them are only working like 4 hours per week these days, or less than that. But yeah, check it out. communitycashcows.com. Take care and God bless.